ditcher, sometimes in some places they are also called as trencher. So you might have heard the term ditch. Ditch is nothing but some kind of depression, a drain we can say. In Hindi we say nala, it's not it. So in this picture you can see this is some kind of depression. So a machine which is used to create such depression, which are called ditch, those machines are called ditcher. So today we will be basically discussing how what are the different types of ditcher and what is their working principle. So ditchers, sometimes called trenchers, are machines used for creating ditches. So for movement of water, for irrigation, for drainage. So for these purposes we use ditches, isn't it? So that is very common knowledge. So we have two basic types of ditcher, passive type and active type. And also there is a combination of both passive and active. Now passive and active. Passive means also they are called as plow type. Active is rotary type. Now you see, if you have seen plow, any kind of plow used for opening the earth while farming, you see the plow has got no moving part. We have to attach the plow either to a bull or to a tractor, ox, cow, or manually, and you have to dig it deep in the soil and pull it from one side. So due to the action of pulling, soil opening takes place. There is passive type or plow type. Now, active means there is some kind of motion. So there are some moving parts. This is your rotary type. That means in a rotary type, of course you can understand, there are some moving parts which moves, which rotates. In this case, a rotary type, it rotates. Because of that rotation, cutting action takes place. So because of this moving part, because of this cutting, ditches are formed. So this type of ditches are called active type or rotary type, and other one is passive type, simple one, without any moving parts. Now plow type passive ditcher, it consists of two curved wings. Again they are called moldboard. We have seen several times moldboard. There is moldboard plow as well. Then even in bulldozer we have seen the blade portion, the soil working part, that is called moldboard. It is it consists of two curved wings with cutting blades. So the edges of the moldboard will have some cutting blade which will help in opening and cutting the soil. In front cutting point, the pointed part, because in order to attack the soil, the edges has to be pointed and sharp. So there is a front cutting point and tie bar. Tie bar is nothing but for adjusting the width of the opening. You will see it. Hitch assembly. Hitch means to connect. So how we are hitching, how we are connecting it with the machine or with the tractor with the help of 3-point linkage. That means just like your electric plug you might have seen while you charge your computer, your laptop, it has got 3 pin, is not it? So similarly, this is 3-point linkage, one on top, two on bottom, like your electric socket. Then we have cutting blade, cutting point are made of carbon, medium carbon or alloy steel. And the chair is operated by tractor, controlled hydraulically. Again, we are using hydraulic system for lifting or lowering of the chair. Now, Ditcher penetrates into the soil due to its own weight. If the soil is loose and ditcher is heavy, definitely due to gravity, it will try to penetrate in the soil. Or hydraulically. Hydraulically means we are giving some external force to help the plow move inside the soil, and also due to suction of the cutting point. Now, suction of the cutting point means the angle, there is a small angle through which the plow enters into the soil. So because of that angle, some suction is created. Alright, that means when a sharp object is being penetrated into the soil, if we attack the soil at a certain angle, the penetration will be easy. So because of that angle, we say suction. Several times you will come across this term later on, suction. So this suction is basically why? Because of the angle of attack, because of the sharpness of the cutting point. Now upon drawing, when we move the ditcher, it opens the soil in the shape of ditch with either V bottom or flat bottom. The shape of this you can see. From far we can see it is like a V, but also a little bit flat. So this we can say this is a flat, this is a V-shaped ditch. Sometimes flat shape are also formed. So in this case, it is V shape, or we can also say in the shape of a trapezoid. So you see here, these are your two wings moldboard. These two we can say these are the tie bar. Now this portion, if you slide inside, what will happen? The width of these wings will expand. See this joint, this wing and this wing are connected via this tie bars here at this common point. If you slide this forward, this wing will expand. So when this wing will expand, the size of the ditch will increase, the breadth of the ditch will increase. So in this way, we can manipulate the width of the ditch which has to be formed according to our requirement. Again, this is your one example of ditch plow. This portion is your cutting blade, this portion is your cutting point. So this will attack the soil not horizontally, it will make a small angle. Because of that angle, suction is created. Because when we attack at an angle, the ease of penetration is high, is not it? So this is your two moldboard wings. These are your cutting edges, and this is your cutting point. This portion will first attack the soil. The cutting wings enable the ditcher to slash and roll through the tough soil, bush and roots. Okay, the depth of the ditch is adjusted from the operator sheet hydraulically. So I told you 3 point. See, this is your top link. We say this is top link. Two bottom links. This and this, like your electric socket. So these three will be connected to tractor. So if we want to increase or decrease the depth of operation, we can simply lift or lower this using hydraulic system from the tractor. The front cutting point and wing cutting edges are replaceable. So this portion are replaceable because after some time there will be certain wear and tear. These wings, they do not experience much wear and tear because the main soil working part is done by this portion. So this portion will experience the hard soil it will break, and this person will only simply receive and throw it on both sides. I'll show you one picture. This is the 3-point linkage of your tractor. This is the backside of tractor. This is your top link. This top link will connect to the top link of your ditcher. These are the two bottom link. This rubber the connection can be removed. These are the two bottom link. So this bottom link and this top link, they are operated hydraulically by the tractor. So if you want to increase or decrease the penetration, these links can be increased or decreased. Alright, and this portion here, this is called PTO. PTO is called power takeoff shaft. That means we can extract some power of the tractor using this shaft. So this shaft rotates when we turn on the tractor. So if you connect any machine which is suitable for this connection, for such connection, so we can connect those machine with this PTO shaft, and the power from this tractor can be extracted using this PTO shaft. Example, if you connect water pump through this PTO, we can use this PTO to operate the pump, which can pump water from the river or pond to the field. In this way, rotary ditcher also extract power from this PTO shaft. So because of the rotation of this shaft, power is transmitted to the rotary shaft, to the rotary ditcher. So we will see rotary type active ditcher. It consists of rotary cutter operated by PTO shaft of the tractor. Just we have discussed power takeoff shaft. Gearbox 3-point linkage. Again, it is for 3-point linkage. Frame, deflector, and this format. Rotary cutter is the main component of the ditcher and consists of drum fitted with cutting knives or cutter. The knives are available in different shapes made of alloy steel. They can be replaced whenever there is excess wear and tear. Rotary cutter excavates soil which is distributed to one or both sides uniformly. So after cutting the soil can be thrown on both sides or only on one side. There is a deflector which is used to guide the soil so that the soil does not fly here and there. There is a certain deflector so that the soil can be thrown with some in a controlled manner. See here, this is the rotary part of your rotary ditcher. So this drum has got several knives. Again, this is the 3-point linkage. One, there on the other side there will be one more, two, and top link. One link, second link, and top link. 3 links, 3-point linkage. This will be connected to the tractor. Now, this rotor will also be connected to the PTO. So when the PTO rotates, this rotor, these knives, this drum will also rotate. Alright. This former having trapezoidal shape fitted on the rear form the ditch. So in this case, this portion is your ditch former on the back side. This will cut the soil and this will give the shape. Here also on the back side there is ditch former which gives shape to the ditch. It requires relatively lower power in the course of digging since digging is done by rotary mechanism. So for pulling this equipment we require less power because cutting of the soil is done by the rotary motion. But for this rotary motion, again power is taken from the PTO, there is another thing. But for pulling the machine, less power is required. But in case of this plow type or passive type, it has got no moving part. We have to pull this simply. So it is more difficult to pull. This type of ditcher produces more even ditches and smoother walls. Why? Because these rotary members are there. That's why they can produce even ditch and the walls are also smooth. So you see one example. It can also be fitted in this way. These machines, they do not follow any particular pattern. According to the requirement, modifications are made. According to the place, according to the condition, according to the weather, based upon different practical conditions, modifications are made. So there is no fixed rule that it can work only like this or it can work only like that. According to the situation, adjustments are made. Right. So this is offset type ditcher. Offset means it is not following on the same line as the tractor but on the side, on the other side. So it is offset because here in some places tractor cannot move. There will be some fence, some wall, trees. So in such case what happens? Tractor will move on the road whereas the the ditcher will work on the side. You see this example, plow type. You see, in this case, there are no moving part. The tractor has to simply pull the chair. So all the power is required only in pulling the plow. Top link to bottom link. One on this side is visible, the other side is not visible. This is your top link, is one of the bottom links. For closing the ditch. Now you see this example of a rotary ditcher. In this case, the soil is being thrown only on one side. Thrown only on one side. The soil is thrown only on left side. different types of trenchers and ditchers. This is track type for heavy duty. Back portion is called pitch former. In this case also, the soil is thrown only on one side. So these are the basic information of ditcher, the different types, passive and active. So active type, they require less energy to pull because they are also drawing some energy from the PTO to run the rotary part. So they create more uniform trench or ditch, and even the walls are also smoother. And plow type, they are not much costly, very simple. Construction is also very simple, but the only thing is they require more power to pull because they do not have any rotary part, so they have to completely rely on the pulling capacity in order to break the soil. So these are the basic information